My name's Dave, and I'm on Santa's naughty list. You wouldn't know it to look at me, but I've been bad. Real bad.
I think we're stuck about 10 miles from the Arctic Circle.
But we still wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I know I've made some mistakes in life, but nothing's prepared me for being stuck inside the Arctic Circle with a busload of old men in Santa suits.
The brakes are broken.
How cold do you think it is now?
About 10 degrees.
-10?
Yeah, -10 Celsius, below Celsius, I think.
So how did I end up here? I wanted to make up for all the bad things I'd done. Get my name back in the good books. I figured there was only one bloke who could help. The big guy. Santa Claus himself. I'd found out about Ron Hornyblue, a 70-year-old retired upholsterer from Luton, England, and current world champion Santa. Ron let me tag along with him as he prepared to defend his world title. If Ron and 43 of the world's best Santas can't help me get off the naughty list, I'm screwed. Our first stop was Stockholm, where we met up with the rest of the Santa posse. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'd never seen this much goodness in one room. It was starting to make me feel sick. Maybe I'd bitten off more than I could chew. I didn't know if I could be this good. I got the feeling I was a little fish in a big Santa pond. But what did they care? The biggest Santa event in the world was just a 17-hour bus ride away to Santa's home, the North Pole. As a kid, I used to love Christmas, and Santa used to be real good to me. I used to get loads of presents, but as I got older and naughtier, the presents got worse and worse. Now, I'm lucky to get $5 and a cheap card. So how did I end up on Santa's naughty list anyway? I guess the earliest thing I can remember was when I was 4. I used my slingshot to send cane toads into orbit. After that, bad came easy. Knocked my first girlfriend's teeth out with a hockey stick. Hid dead prawns in the air conditioning of my teacher's car. Then told him my dad had died to get out of PE. At 12, I started a bushfire and blamed it on my best mate. I got a commendation from the fireman. He got 4 weeks in juvie.
What can you tell us?
Yes, this is behind us is Gällivare, and this is a little town in the north of Sweden, and here lives about 10,000 people.
Rumour had it that Gunnar, from the Swedish team, was the only man with the real Santa's mobile number. I asked him, but he quickly changed the subject.
And here you can see the Swedish flag, and this is one of the highest in the world. Yeah. Look, in the top is the Swedish flag. Yes.
Back at the hotel, the Santas were getting ready for their first big day out. I didn't know where they were going, but they sure seemed happy about it. I noticed one of the guys was out of uniform and looking a bit rough. Turns out he'd locked himself out of his room and had to sleep in the sauna. One of the quieter Santas caught my attention. He had a string of baby's dummies hanging from his belt. Were these from kids on the extreme naughty list? In Sweden, when you turn 3 years old, you send your dummy to Santa. Then he sends you some kind of diploma. Maybe keeping my dummy till I was 8 was a bad idea.
Now we're going to an open pit mine. It's just like a hole, not underground at all.
What?
Yeah.
So, I travelled 700 miles into the Arctic Circle to end up at a copper mine. Since 1968, more than 370 million tons of rock have been pulled out of this hole. The Santas nearly look impressed. Brecky, our trusty bus driver, fills in all the Santas with all the fascinating facts you could ever want to know about open cast copper mining. I don't know, just looked like a big hole in the ground to me. Was the real Santa playing some sick game? I'd have thought that 2 weeks I spent in jail for drunk and disorderly should have counted for something. Or maybe not. Who knew?
Why? Why a mine? The North Pole reindeer farm, sure, but I just don't get it.
Maybe Ron knew what was going on.
Why is 40 Santas in the mine? Well, there's a lot of people here who need presents. And it's a long way down to the bottom of the mine. Well,
I think we're being called away, aren't we?
yeah, we're being called away.
The word on the street was that the Estonians had put out the strongest team this year. This is Ari. If he's the new youthful face of Santa, we'll probably learn a thing or two from him.
Who will win? Because it's Santa Claus Winter Games. The most important is to play. To play.
Yes.
It's winter games. Games, not competition. So, we are thinking to play together with all Santa Clauses all over the world.
That's right.
Take part. It's not to win, it's to take part.
Yes. Yeah. But you will
So
be
I
in
will
to
be
win.
happy if you will win. So, good words, good words. But better if I will win.
There you are. There you are. So I told you they're all trying to win it, but I've got it here.
If you go back to the bus, we will just drive to where the helmets are. It's actually...
We have some special thing. They have 4,000 reindeer.
Now, this was more like it. Reindeer. Never seen a real one before.
Are they dangerous?
No, not for you.
They're much shorter in real life. And don't the Swedes just love them? Santas, reindeer, kids. This was just about as much Christmas as I could handle. I was starting to feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. Maybe it was the cold. Or maybe I was just hungry.
This is sausage, very, very special from reindeer. You want to test it? Yes? Yes.
It didn't
yes.
feel right
Very.
eating one of Santa's little helpers, but I did it anyway. I was hungry, and Rudolph tasted damn good. Damn good. Back in Gallivare, there was a surprise party waiting for the Santas. To the locals, these guys are like rock and roll stars. Guess there's not a lot to do in Gallivare.
I am an old man, very old man.
This is Louise, organiser of this year's event. Must be a hard job keeping all these Santas in line.
Most of my work is done now, so I can relax a little bit. So.
Dinner was mashed potato and reindeer. Again.
So I was a little late, but I reached England. So thank you.
This is a bribe because this is what they're looking for.
After some light-hearted banter, I was asked to step outside. There was secret Santa business to take care of. I needed a cigarette anyway. Once outside, I saw one of the Russians. He looked familiar.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh.
I introduced myself.
Hi guys. You smoke, I don't smoke.
But Santa had a word of warning for me already.
It's very bad to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Leo was different from the other Santas. He was my kind of Santa. bad, Santa.
And I'd like to be here. It's a very nice place. That's your Earth.
I asked him if he knew anything about the naughty list.
I have files here.
Bloody hell. He's seen my file, I'm screwed.
It's a secret. But you look nice. I like doors.
Me too. We had more in common than that, though.
I like Rolling Stones. I like Beatles, of course. And I like...
Sabbath, bloody Sabbath. Nothing more to do. Living just for dying. Dying just for you. Oh, yeah!
It's a cold. Let's go inside.
Go.
That night, I went out in the town with Leo and a couple of the other Santas. Don't remember much of what happened, but I think I'm a little further down the naughty list than I was yesterday. Today's the day of the big event, and I've got a hangover from hell. Leo's still rocking though. Didn't make it back to the hotel last night. All across town, the competition was getting into full swing. Wherever you looked, there was a Santa Cruz with a style.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Canadian TV.
Australian. Estonia going to win today?
Yes.
Why? How are you going to win?
Sportsmen, because we are best. Maybe with that butcher.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so. Good. Have you eaten something reindeer sausage today? Yesterday? Oh, it was very good. And how was the night? It was very, very, very good.
I met some lovely Swedish girls.
Oh, Laponia girl.
Yeah.
Oh, you test the Laponia girl.
Yeah.
Oh, very,
Damn.
very good. Very
If Gunnar knows,
fantastic,
the real Santa knows. Not going to help me get that number. I needed a big dose of goodness, and I needed it fast. I caught up with Ron and Betty, the Ken and Barbie at the Santa World.
Would this be something you would do if you hadn't met Ron?
Oh gosh, no. I doubt it very much. I don't think there's another Ron around, so I don't think I'd have had much chance of doing this with anybody else.
What's special about Ron?
I just love him to bits. He's, no, he's great fun. He cares about people, and he'll always try and help people as much as he possibly can.
Sweet. But I wondered what the story was with the bag of monkeys Betty was carrying around.
Betty, what are the monkeys about?
Oh, well, we're buying a new car. And the garage we buy the car from has told us that he wanted us to bring these out. He gave us these to give to some children, but also thought he would like some photographs.
Is he going to get you a cheap car?
Oh, well, let's say we've done all right. We're happy.
Wait a minute. This can't be right. Cashing in on Santa just to save a few quid on a car?
Quick, Betty.
What are you doing with this?
Then things got weird. Ron started handing out copies of Caravan Monthly. Was it education or another dodgy Santa sponsorship deal?
You want this? No? It's English. You speak English?
Yes, I speak small.
It's small, so you can read English.
Yes.
It's all English.
All about caravans.
Yeah.
Thank you very
The
much.
line was really nice.
Have one of these.
Fast. What favourites the Estonians were heading out of town. I followed them to see what they were up to.
Neljalas püksid magusad ja kuum on magus ka. Ei viitsinud veel tõustada ahjuplaadi peal. Ma katsu jõeritusi pallavad, saadan teile sealt. Hey!
I noticed one of the Estonians pulled a curious package out of his sack. Could this be the secret behind their team? Santa enhancing drugs? No. Beard maintenance. Is that right? Isn't that against the rules? I just don't know anymore.
See you later, alligator.
Inside somewhere you have it.
Lars is the head of the official Swedish Santa postal service. Like all the Santas, it appears he's got something to sell.
I sent it from the Santa Post. I have the Santa Post office here in Sweden, and I sent it 59,634 letters to children all over the world.
That's a lot of letters. Maybe if I'd written to Santa, I wouldn't be in the fix I'm in now. At 85, Pele is the oldest Santa on the circuit. He can still get down with the kids. Looks like he needs a hand, and who wouldn't help? There's this the kid's chance to get off the naughty list. Nope, blown it. That's 10 more years on the list. Make that 15. Ron found out about the girl in my room last night. Not to be outdone, turns on the charm.
Now you've got to give me something.
Yes.
Oh. See how I pull the birds? You understand?
No, I didn't get that one.
He's always saying, he's English.
Yes.
Australian.
He says he pulls the birds.
Ah,
you know
the girls.
Yeah, the girls,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
I can pull them better than him. I've pulled you.
Whatever you say, Ron.
Merry Christmas to you.
Keep them in your pocket or in your gloves.
The temperature was dropping fast.
They won't get onto them.
Minus 18. Betty whipped out his secret weapon. Pocket wands.
Do you have any other little secrets like this for keeping a good trip?
Long johns, all the thermals.
You're the only woman in costume. Why?
I'm not the only woman in costume here, but I'm the only girl in a costume like this. That's mostly because we have a tradition in Russia that there should be a girl near the Santa Claus, and that's called Snegurочка in Russian. And that is why I'm here as a representative of Russian culture and Russian traditions. Yes, it's not feminist, but I guess feminists all over the world should be really happy about that, having a woman near the man that represents the main holiday of the year.
The Estonians seem to be everywhere.
From Russia with love from Karelia.
Maybe joining the EU had given them a new confidence. Or maybe it was because they had the best beards in the competition.
Then it's Spain, Russia.
Time to see what these Santas are made of. The first big event, reindeer racing.
Yes. And some start.
Reaching speeds of up to 6 miles an hour. These brave men on Santa elite. Ron wins his first race, but is his time good enough to make the cut for the final? Only the top 2 Santas will square it off in the last race.
You're in the final.
Who, I am?
Yes, you are.
Oh.
Don't look so sad. Smile. Bloody Englishman.
Ron and Ari go head to head. But there's drama on the first bend. Their reindeers lock horns. A moment later, Ron appears. But what happened to Ari? The triumphant Ron seems unrepentant.
I did that.
Did you jinx his reindeer?
I did, I kicked him. That was up my sleeve, that one.
Ari'd been forced off the track, but I guess you can't hold a grudge against a 70-year-old man with a stick on.
We are still alive, both of us.
I reckon the judges will be keeping a closer eye on Ron from now on. Next up, kick sled racing. Last year, the Russians had run with their sleds. This year, there's a strict 3-step only rule, and the judges are watching. Here comes Ron, bringing up the rear. Wait a minute. That looked like more than 3 steps to me. That leaves it wide open for Ari to cruise to victory. It's 1-1.
What happened, Ron?
I faded there. It's my knees. I've got dodgy knees. I think I've got dodgy lungs as well.
2 events left to decide who will be champion. Porridge eating, and Ron's glory event, chimney climbing. But during the next event, disaster strikes. The camera freezes, and my sound of world comes crashing down around me. We did everything we could to get the batteries warm again. Then I remembered Betty's pocket warmers. We were back in business. We'd missed the results of 2 events, but made it just in time for the medal ceremony.
På tredje plats, the 3rd place, the Santa of this year, Santa Claus Winter Games 2005, here in Gällivare is England.
Oh, bad luck, Ron. He only places 3rd.
England, han som vann I fjol.
Guess too much porridge to get down the chimney.
Och där har vi en vinnare och det är, and 2nd place is Finland.
Porridge Maestro Ollie from Finland gets a silver, which can mean only one thing.
The winner, the Santa of the year 2005 is Estonia!
It's Ari,
Estland!
world champion Santa, pride of Estonia, from sub-zero to national hero, Bonza. And just as quick as it had started, it was all over. To finish off the event, a victory parade through the snow-covered streets of Gällivare back to the hotel. It had been a hell of a 48 hours, and I'd learned a lot from these guys. Most importantly, that you don't have to be perfect to be good. Even Santa's had their shortcomings. But I still had one more piece of unfinished business. I found Gunnar. He wouldn't give me the number, but he said he'd spoken to the big guy about me and put in a good word.
So you can send me bullion.
Santa said to him that if I came back next year to represent Australia at the Winter Games, might get a big surprise in my stocking this year. Which brings us back to where it all began. Stuck in Yukmuk.
Here is 20-30 below zero, and we are like nails, you know, like a smith making nails from the people, you know. See it. We make everything. We make families here.
Some guys play golf, Some guys go fishing. These guys just want to put a smile on the face of the world. There's nothing naughty about that.
Gonna be all right.
Yeah?
Is it?
We're going to be okay.
Yes,
Or
yes.
all left.
What can happen to 40 Santas in the North Pole, you know?
Maybe you can light my fire, but it's not for press, you know?
I think both of you, if you've completed, you'll be both off the naughty list.
Yes, it's a great secret, but I'm from Venus.
To do to get off the naughty list.
Stop smoking. You've got to be happy and be nice to people and...
I don't like bullshit.
As I say to lots of people, I have a saying, if I can bring a smile to somebody's face once a day, the good Lord has put me on this world for a reason. And that's what I try to do. And you've got a little smile on your face now. So I've done it today. There you are.
Nothing more to do. Living just for dying, dying just for you. Oh yeah!